So all along, I thought I was going to drive to a different part of town, and the game was going to leave the grounds of Herbert S. Sinclair's estate. And yesterday, not being able to drive just threw that whole theory out the window. And now I'm at a complete loss. I seriously thought that a lot of the story was going to take place somewhere else, but apparently it's all going to stay here. And I don't know which one. I guess we're going to go tool shed. It's the only one we haven't chosen. And honest, remember I said yesterday there were two that we haven't chosen. It was tool shed, and the other one was the one that like things. What was it? It was like the underground kind of thing where like shovels. You need shovels, and I don't remember. Either way, tool shed's what we're picking. I don't know what I'm talking about. There's a shovel and a metal detector. I needed this earlier in the day yesterday. I needed this all day yesterday. Yes, it could be useful. Is today the day we go and find green rooms? That's seems to be... I can't ever remember to hit R for room directory. I still have 5 green rooms to find. It's the most empty. Even I have more shopping rooms than I do green rooms. Maybe today's green room day. We'll see. We'll see. At first I need to look. I'm just checking to make sure. So this is like a closet where there's just nothing, just the 2 things, and that's it. What does that say? What does that say? Something helper. All right, I'm trying to go. I don't want to waste my step if I don't have to. Something helper. I don't know. Either way, well, that made you sick. Sorry about that. That backward spin. We ended up yesterday with like 12 items. I combined a few things in the workshop. Let me test my theory real quick. We do not have the garage, so this is not open. Is that true? Yes. Okay. That theory seems to be correct. Yeah, I was happy to connect all of the computers yesterday, but in the end, really, what did it get us? I don't know if it was, at least according to the information I have right now, I don't think that it really gave us a lot, you know? It was I was pretty disappointed. This is my new upgraded storeroom with the 2 gems. Do we do that? Start out with a dead end? We did that yesterday, and it ended up... Well, I want to say it was terrible, but it really wasn't, because we ended up going farther and getting more rooms and more steps than we ever have. So maybe it wasn't. That being said, I'm going to pass up the opportunity. There's my coin. Yeah, the metal detector gives you extra stuff. It basically spawns more items for you. Speaking of items, ooh, big choice here. No, it's not, because that takes a gem. I'm getting my package. Absolutely. Hopefully there's a magnifying glass in here. Come on, magnifying glass. Compass, keys, and a sleeping mat. All right, compass is going to let us go more things to the north, I believe, if I remember correctly. Hey, look, here's the date. I was off by a day. Oh, wait, date pack was 24. That was yesterday. Date packed. Yeah, that was yesterday. So I did have the date right. So why didn't the safe, remember the time safe thing in the shelter, the bomb shelter? Shipped on 11/24. Yeah, that was yesterday. Unless this means today is the shipping day, which doesn't make sense. Either way, I'm stressing about yesterday. I need to be talking about today. Draw floor plans leading north. This one gives us more steps in the bedroom or something, I think. First time you enter each bedroom, you gain 5. Ooh, a lot more steps for each bedroom. All right, so we need bedrooms and green rooms today. And a magnifying glass so I can go and look at that stamp, right? Where is it? There, on Dad's letter. Yesterday there was a metal detector right here, so I want to make sure, and I almost passed right on by it. There's nothing else laid around. We good? Think we're good? Yes, we are. All right, moving on. What's that? Okay, so let's go to the other side here. Thought that was a person. I saw like a flash of that tree. I thought it was a person. Like a creepy ghost of Herbert S. Sinclair sitting there. That's pretty early for the study. While drafting, you may spend gems to redraw floor plans. All right, I have a problem with gems. Even though my main objective needs to be collecting them, that's a problem for me. So I don't think I'm going to do this. Because I need to keep them up to 8 times. Who has 8 gems at a time besides me 2 days ago, and then I finished with 6 of them. Anyways, let's go with the Nook. I really don't want to pigeonhole myself, but the gems. No, let's go with the storeroom. Let's get the gems early. I'm contradicting every statement that I make is another contradiction of itself. I know. I know. There's something else. It's the coin right there. Anything else in here, metal detector? I should probably just trust my metal detector, shouldn't I? All right. One room. One direction. Den goes north. The hallway goes north. Parlor goes to the left. Gems. This gives us 2 gems. This gives us 1. This gives us none. 2 gems. Or sorry, 1 gem and 2 doors. 2 gems and 1 door. Two doors. I like the 2-door idea. Since we're already dead-ended going east and west here, we gotta get, yeah, 2 doors. And that, ladies and gentlemen, right there is exactly why I'm always struggling with gems. Because I talked myself out of getting more gems. Even though the game told me to get more gems. That right there. I cannot bring myself to do it. I just can't. It just doesn't make sense. In my feeble mind. All right, this is to the right. Yes. All right, I think it's the terrace. I always have to go find that one page that the terrace has to be your first green room. Yes, because then it has something to do with gems. So we're gonna keep that going. The corridor takes me over to the right. Pantry goes north again. Corridor. I always think that box is something, and it never is. Batman in the bathtub. I saw it. Turn this one. No, this is a terrible, terrible draw. We do not get the bottom corner here. All right, so we go items. A free room going north. 2 gems going north. 2 gems, 2 items. We're going gems. Hopefully today's parlor. But we need to talk about yesterday, sir. Yesterday, I had like 64 steps, 632 rooms, and the last few draws, I was short like 1 gem. Otherwise, I could have gotten there, buddy. I was getting there. Then again, I didn't find a broken lever or any kind of lever, so it didn't matter. All right, what are we doing? The gems are in the white box. Only 1 box contains gems. This is true. Only 1 box is true. The gems are in the white box. That's probably false. Only 1 box contains gems. Okay, so hey, this is the true one for sure. For sure, this is true. Only 1 box is true. Only 1 box contains them. That's true. Only 1 box is true. So if this is false, the gems are in the white box. That is true. Only 1 box is true. These are both true. The gems are in the white box. Okay, that one was a little bit easier. It almost had me for a second, but I came through in the end. All right, that is not a terrace. Coins or keys. Coins have never prevented me from doing something. Keys have. You're more likely to draw green rooms while drafting. I've never been to the greenhouse, and I have 5 of them, y'all. It's a dead end, though. And I'm more like, no. The book said terrace first. Go into the nook. The book said terrace. By gosh, terrace is going to be first. I should trust my metal detector, but for some reason I'm not. I'm continuing to double check, even though the metal detector exists. Okay. We know a little bit more now about the secret passage. It's way too early to use it, though. That's way too early. This is a free room going north. This is not a free room. Oh, I get more steps, though. Remember? 5 more steps because of my thing. What's the thing? The sleeping mask? These are both going the same direction. This gives me more steps. +2, +5. There we go. There we go. No metal detector noises. No trunks. No anything. I love me some drawing room. You know I love my drawing room. Chapel does take away a coin. This with the wall being on the right, I think this is not the choice. Because then I have to go through the foundation up here and then down. Well, maybe that is the choice. Because if you go, let's say I pick drawing room, right? Then I have a room here. Then I have to go up and around to get over here. But the chapel, I'm already pointing this way, and then I have multiple options to get a lot more of the house done on this side. I think, because I can just go through the chapel and then through the foundation, and it's just boom, boom. I think we go chapel here. This takes a gem. This is a dead end. Yeah, I think we go chapel. I talked myself into that one. I love me some chapel. And I gain more coins. Perfect. That actually worked out well. Gaining coins in the chapel. How'd that work out? All right, now do we do this now? Or do we open up? Yeah, let's do this part now. No, we do not. No, because I don't want to lose these coins. Because if we come out of the chapel here. No. I don't have to come back through here again if I don't want to. Never mind. I can always go this way and then back down that way. Yeah. Let's go out this way. All right, there's my patio, which is not a terrace. So we're not doing that. Commissary goes up, pantry goes up. What a terrible, terrible choice. Oh, that did not work out at all. At all. Commissary is supposed to be closed. Should we test out that theory? What's the point of having all these coins if you don't get to use them in the commissary? I cannot believe that. I cannot believe all 3 of them are pointing. I mean, that's the compass for you. The one time I don't want it to point north, it does. So we've now lost 2 rooms on the right side of the house. This is not going well. Let's take... It's day... What day are we on? 19? Do we do commissary? Just to test... I want to test it. What if they have a magnifying glass in here I can buy? 5 gems. I want to test it. I want to test it. I'm sorry. That might have been a terrible idea. So tomorrow, everything's 50% off. So everything is for sale. I can buy some gems and oh, big decisions. 2 gems or a magnifying glass. A set of gems is 10. You get all 4 of them. Oh. 1 for 3 or 4 for 10. I really want the magnifying glass. All right, where are we in the house? I do have a mailroom. I need the magnifying glass to look at that stamp and everything else. Why did I think it was closed today? Is there something that says it's closed? 12 to 16. Okay. Why did I think it was 16 to 20? I didn't even try to get it those days anyway, so that didn't matter. Why did I think it was? I don't know why. I guess I saw the date. Okay, it was the 20. Yeah, I saw the 20, and then I thought it was 21 and 22 were 50. Just don't worry about it. My brain is dumb sometimes. I kind of want to save my money. Man, that is tough. That magnifying glass is a big deal. There's so many clues in that. That magnifying glass has been probably the most valuable thing for me so far. Like, it is crazy how valuable that thing is. All right, what do we do here? What do we do? The security does the door thing. That worked out really well yesterday. Because I finally processed what it was. I could not figure it out before. I just couldn't. I couldn't let it sink in that you put a higher number of security doors and then turn them all off. Like, for some reason, I could not process that. I don't have the breaker box yet. I think we got to go security here. Well, no, we're not going to go. No, we do have to go in. We got to go in there. It gives us. Yeah, and it gives us a door going north as well. Yeah, we got to pick security here. Let's not go in yet. This is so tempting. I'm here. That gym number, though. This is really tempting. I just have to figure out how to get 4 more coins somewhere. I think magnify. I think we buy this now. We know we need this now. No, we don't. We don't know we need it because we... But the steps... I have 37 steps. Ah, my gosh. The decision in this game... The developers of this game, great job of frustrating the absolute crap out of me. Because so many decisions are made in so many rooms every day, and they're not always the same. It's genius, but so frustrating at the same time. Okay. Right now I'm thinking about steps. Okay. Do I go back? No. Let's go in here. Let's do the door thing in the security room. And then hopefully we end up with the breaker box sometime soon where I can turn all those electronic doors off. Because I don't have a key card right now. We know you get the breaker box pretty much anywhere. I've gotten it all over the house. Should I buy that magnifying glass while I'm in here? Will I come back through here? 3 gems, 3 gems, 3 gems. I'm buying a magnifying glass. I don't care if it's a bad decision. My goal is to come back and buy a gem if I have to. I want this thing so I can see things at all times. I'm sorry if you just yelled at your screen, but it is what it is. Okay, keycard system. We are going to set the level to high. Confirm. We're going to set the offline to unlocked. Confirm. All right, I just did that. All right. Security menu. Now I have to find the breaker box to make that not operational. I don't think there's anything else in here. Let me just make sure. I don't think so. Log into AOL Instant Messenger here real quick. So I gotta set my away message. For those of you who had AOL Instant Messenger, how creative were your away messages? Because mine were awesome. Mine were the best away messages and the most random. I don't think there's anything else in here I need. They're not available. I need to know when they're available. Let me read that again. It's just not currently. Okay, well, when do they become available? That's what I need to know. I also need a code check to get my upgrade disc to do something else. All right, so do we open up this northern door or do we head this way? Why not? Let's just open it, see what happens. Or no. I'm working my way this way, but I'm gonna have to come all the way back through here to try these other doors. I should be going left and right, and I'm going straight up, which is not what the book told me to do. It said to lay a foundation. At some point, I'm gonna have to come down here and do all of these, which is not laying. Which is, see, this is a mistake. This is this north. Yeah, this is a mistake. Let's use another key. This is a mistake. Yeah, this is... Wait, there's my pantry. 4. That gives me... See? I shouldn't have bought the magnifying glass. It's the next room. The next room gives me the 4 coins that I would have needed to buy all the gems. The very next room. This game. I take back every good thing I said about you developers. I hate you right now, currently, for about the next 5 minutes. I'm going to hate you. But then I'm going to forget about it, and it's going to be everything's going to be new. I cannot believe that happened. The next room. The next room. And here's 2 more steps so you can go back to the commissary to buy those gems. Gosh. 1, 2. The next room. The very next room. Unbelievable. 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 Do I spend a gem to see what this locksmith is here? It's a terrible place to put it. But I have 6 coins. One day I have to open this. Today's not that day. There's a redraw and a key. Yeah, today's not going well. I've made some very bad decisions. Made some really bad decisions today. I was pretty proud of myself yesterday, but today I'm not at all proud of myself. I'm not laying the foundation. This house is tipping over on its side. This is the Leaning Tower of Pisa today, for sure. All right, libraries of... Man, look at this. 3 dead ends, and all of them are bad. This one gives me my book, though. We can at least do a history lesson today. Look at all this extra. Look at all this. This is craziness. All right, let's... I don't want the library here. But we still have 3 doors. A door here, a door here, and a door here. We have 3 pathways to do all of this madness. And we need to learn. You know what? After discover less common floor plans while drafting in the library. Well, I won't be drafting anything in the library because it's a dead end. So maybe this isn't a good idea. This one you don't do until after you have the nursery. And this one is just 2 dead ends. I'm not wasting my redraw here. Let's go to school. Let's learn some history. Because now that I know that I'm not going driving, very disappointing. The thing I do, I have the magnifying glass though. Hang on. The thing I do know is that I need to figure out the story of blueprints and why in the world that things are the way they are. Nook security, yep. Contraptions, here we go. Look, I made those both yesterday. Now we look in the contraptions to see if there are any secrets. The answer is no. Yeah, I need the stamp in the mailroom. Now, the number 7 on the top, see the top right? And then it's backwards on this side. That, to me, seems like something. Orinda Aries. This is what I need to go read about right now. Most avoided. Yep, I did that today. All right, yes, let's go read. We need to go read, and we need to learn about the history of Orindia or Orinda. Why is it spelled differently depending on where you're reading that word? Some places it's Orindia, and some places it's Orinda. I don't understand why. Here we go. And I have the magnifying glass for this book. Awesome. I didn't think about that. The magnifying glass for all the books would be great. Okay. Who we got? Caleb Manning is the author. History of Orindia. Herbert S. Sinclair is one of the borrowers. It's the first time we've seen his name on one of these. There's old Bon Margle twice. And me. Mary Jones. That's my mom. Mary and Marigold. Mary. My name is Simon P. Jones. Jones. Possibly? Question mark? All right, this is Detective Bon Margle. He was the one, she gave me the clue and the new clue. I was reading it in the bookshop. He was the one investigating her disappearance, and he said it was, what did he say? It was accurate, like unintentionally accurate or something. This book was reviewed and cleared for publication by the Finn Aries Central Board of Education. It has been edited to conform to our department's standards. I don't need to read like that. No, yes, I do. Including the omission of sections deemed inaccurate or unsuitable for public dissemination. Ladies and gentlemen, remember what I said last time I was in the library about those who don't know history are bound to repeat it, and real world issues going on right now. This is coming. This is coming soon to a United States near you. All right, next page. Oh, here we go. See, everything has been redacted, but I'm not going to go there first. We have to go in the Crown. See if there is a safe code in this in this somewhere. There is not. All right. The redacted things are redacted. All right, let's go. The name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters is no longer known. Well, let's just read it. The name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters is no longer known to the average citizen of the elder generation. We must permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon our past. This is redacted on purpose. This is telling me something. The Finn Aries Central Board, this has been edited to conform to our department standards, including the omissions section deemed inaccurate. So, who edited this? Who is the Finn Aries Central Board of Education? That was the lady. Was it Peterson or something? Hang on. She did her letter. She was taking over. Hang on. Schoolhouse. Yes. Lady Epson, Miss Peterson is the new principal, the new school architect, following father's footsteps, building a new school, schoolhouse, schoolmaster, Remember to give Miss Peterson her gift. There's something here. Board of Education. Somebody was retiring. There's something about that. Okay, let's just go. Next page. The name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters is no longer known to the average citizen of Elgin. We must permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon our past. That's a Y. That's an H. Yes is the answer. Yes is that word. Yes, we must something. I should probably go through each line so that when I go rewatch this, I will see it. Because I might not be in this. I might not be in the library again with my magnifying glass. So I'm just going to go through each one of these lines. That way, if I have to go back and read this later, or if you would like to go back and read it later for reference, you'll at least have this. Okay, next. Chapter 1. How many chapters are there? Oh my gosh. Okay. Ajira. Most historians mark the beginning of the first era, often denoted as Ajira. Ajira? Or Ajira? Ajira. By the ascension of the first king, whose name, Oris, would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Oris was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Oris had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Oris, and by the end of the first century, the the burgeoning, that starts with an O, Orindia, maybe. Something so soon, as soon. That ends at a Y. H. So many redacted words. Blah, blah, blah. A new kingdom was born. And the name of the new kingdom is even redacted. The first king. So this name is the same as this name, or very close to it, because usually they're naming after the kingdoms. Or is that Sorindia? Is that what this is? Whose name, Oris, would later grace the burgeoning town. Maybe I'm missing a huge chunk of the information here. Maybe I'm changing stories in my head, and it's changing my thoughts. Okay, there's nothing in here, I don't think. I don't see anything. All right, next page. Second era. It was the fourth king who split this vast domain in three equal shares. 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest, he granted the fields and the mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and hardships. Hardships? Why did I say hardships? The middle province and heart spring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift with an L or a D at the end. No idea. No idea. To the youngest, okay, so the eldest got something that is redacted. Accepted the gift, blah, 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 blah. The youngest, he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Ares, the land of the northern storms, a wild and untamed expanse which at the time was not developed, but a good deal more vast than the elder brother's lot. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region, Araja. Starts with a T. There's a G in there somewhere. Something, a land steeped in tradition. Blank. That looks like another T, maybe. Nothing. Third era. As the second era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed. By the way, this is all going to be redacted when I buy the book in the bookshop. I know what that symbol is. These are the 3 flags. This is 2 of the symbols. The other one is the V, right? Hang on. Hang on a second. I got it. There was the mountain gimmick. There was the this thing, and then there was like a V. This is like a V or a check mark. And it's orange, and this one up here is yellow, and this one down here is purple. Because they taught us that in grade 1. Yeah, so I think this is all going to come out when I just buy that one book. And I'll be able to actually read this fully through, and we'll be able to compare the 2 stories. As the Second Era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of the lands and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite those differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and the Third Era was defined by terrible war and they all killed each other. Okay, maybe not. Or it's all redacted and I don't know. Yeah, this is all going to be in the original book version. Commerce between the 3 realms further strengthened their bond and laying the foundation for a promise of a prosperous and bright future that is completely redacted, and I can't see anything except, like, that's probably a letter P. That's a T. That's a D or an L. There's a G and a Y in there maybe-ish. There's a P in there. There's a comma right there. Yeah, next page. 4th Era. As the kingdom Orindia, I don't know, entered the 4th Era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desolates III was a portly man, a portly man who was balding and had terrible taste in music. That's what we're going to go with. Or it ends in a T. Blah, blah, blah. King who often was seen drinking wine and cheese, and he eating cheese because he was a portly man. A sight that shocked not only the gentry in the court, but the masses as well. I've gotten really lazy on showing all of these, but I'm just not doing it anymore. Let's open that. Oh, here we go. Baron Sinclair, thank you so much for your cooperation with our department in this investigation. We know, hang on, I'm going to finish reading the book first. No, I'm not. You can't read it anymore. We know our presence is never convenient, especially for someone of your social status, so it means all the more that you are not only tolerant, but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. We're returning with this letter, the book you lent us. Though I must confess it was not as much help as I had hoped. Agreed, same. I had heard that your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive, and I was told by a reliable source that if a first edition and uncensored copy of the history of Orindia, again, it's happening again. Every time I start talking about it, if I just keep going, it tells me the same thing I was just talking about. Could be found. It would likely be found within the Baron's own collection, but perhaps I was misinformed. Well, sir, that means you didn't draft the bookshop when you were here. Still, part of me thinks that you may have given me the censored copy as a jest, a taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. If that is the case, then I'll say, well done, fair play. And perhaps on my next visit, we'll have a laugh about this after you've given me the actual manuscript. Until then, Detective Bon Margle of the Red Guard. Well, Detective, let's take a look. And make sure that there is nothing in this letter. Since it was from old Bon Margle, I don't believe this will have anything in it. Because because the Baron didn't write this letter, Mr. Margle did. Okay, so click off of there. Now I need to move this. Can I get over here? Okay, there we go. The king, Desolates III, who was the portly man, was renowned as the king of Wine and cheese and other things, and ice cream. That's him. The wine and cheese and ice cream, because he was a portly man. No one, when he made the decision to move, this doesn't make sense. He said to blah, 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 castle. Something castle. And court behind. The people were overjoyed by this choice, were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his terrible obsession with ice cream and wine and cheese. Common poke. These something voices planted the seed which took root in the grand city of Fen. Era of ruin. After the passing of King Desolus III, the portly man, the fourth era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died because he had a heart attack and he had he had type 2 diabetes. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a very minuscule number of supporters due to the fact that Desolus IV shared in his father's obsession of ice cream, and therefore his stage type 2 diabetes, but little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fen-surrection. Get it? However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city streets, stained in red. That is a dark, dark thing to say. This is kind of crazy when you go side to side. Morning Bay, can you see that? Okay. Anything else in here? Two men in top hats, one with like a sword on his hip. This is the Morning Bay. I don't really see anything going on here. Next page. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together, they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arch, Ares, and Nuance. I almost thought it said nuisance. Of Nuance, to persuade the nearby realms of Arch, Ares, and Nuance to join their cause. Sorry, I had to get a drink. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. Oh. However, even in death, he had won. Orus had fallen, and with it, the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and then in their place, red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen of Fen. And Simon P. Jones became the Red Prince. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. Interesting. Next page. Oh my gosh. I thought that was the end. The current era. Today, the realms inherited by the 3, Fen Ares, Arch Ares, and Eraja, once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span across the realm serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past that is completely redacted by you terrible people. That's a letter A. There's a period. There's another A. All right, just going through that really fast. Okay. For this is despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, of our mothers, and of our children. Herbert S. Sinclair. No, I'm just kidding. This says, that's TH. Maybe THI. Maybe that's the dot of the I. This something. I don't know. Herbert S. Sinclair. So whoever wrote Caleb Manning. The end. Anything hiding in here? On this page somewhere? Anywhere? That was a lot. All right, so I definitely need the book. We have to buy the book. That is a thing. All right, where are we at here? Back to reality. That was half of history, which again, coming soon to a United States near you. Let's move on back to make-believe and not real life. Let's... Commissary Foundation is where we're going. We're going to go in the commissary. We should definitely buy 2 gems instead of getting the 4. But we're definitely going to buy the 2. Always buy gems is what it told me to do. So now we have 5. All right, I feel a little better now with 5. Can't believe we could have bought 4 of them. All right, let's speed it up a little bit. Here we go. Courtyard, not the terrace. Gym hallway. I think the drawing room is what we go with here. Gives us an extra draw if we need to. So basically we paid a gem to be able to redraw twice in this room. That's what I'm going with. I don't know if I'm rushed through that decision or not, but that's what we're going with. I'm not going to open up the safe this time because I don't know the password. I'm not going to waste your time with it. Let's go. Do we go north yet? No, we have to lay our foundation. Of course. Let's not use our key here. Let's not use our key here. There's our pool. It adds the pump room. This is not it because I can't turn that off yet. Should we do it? Yes, we should. We're not going to go in there yet, though. We're not going to waste the steps. As I say that, I'm going to have to waste steps to go back down here. Because I need to go down here. We have to get these. We have to lay the foundation. That's what the book told me to do. And it will forever be my excuse of my bad decisions. I have a shovel. Why aren't I using it? Or why am I not using it? Points. If I get 4 coins in this room that would have been able to give me the amount to buy the 4 gems. A rusty nail. Not worth picking up. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. I don't feel as bad anymore. Have I missed any other dirt spots today? I don't think I have. All right, here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on with it. All right, that's a dead end and 2 gems. Boudoir is. It gives us some redraws to work with here. Anything in here? There they are. Need to get those. Thank you. Anything else laying around? Nope. Oh, wait. Let's try this over here. I think it was 1-4 something 2-7 something. Is that what it was? I'm forever just going to try all the numbers that I know. I think it was 1 4 2 2 7. I think was the address yesterday. That's not it. Whenever I do find the safe combinations, ooh, wow, that's a terrible choice. Rank 8. I'm constantly thinking I'm gonna get to rank 8. It's the only one that sends me to the left, so we gotta take it. What was I saying? I forgot. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Completely, it's gone. Whatever it was, it's gone. Not this one. Nope. Never. Mm-mm. Kitchen sends me down, but also takes a gem. Hallway. I gotta find that breaker box. Oh. Okay, it's over here. Where is it? Oh my gosh. We're going that way. Yes. Terrace, but also a dead end. Green rooms do not cost gems, and I have a shovel. Laboratory again before the breaker box, but the West Wing Hall gives me a chance to do these 2 rooms. I'm tired of not. You know what? I'm doing the terrace. I don't care. I'm so tired of not having this and passing it by when I have a shovel. So I need to do green rooms. I need to find out what is going on with each of these rooms. What am I looking at out here? This is what part of the house? Oh, this is out by where the path, the garage. Yeah. Okay. I pick up a coffee cup. Nothing else out there? What is it? Talk to me. A terrace balcony overlooking the grounds, providing an ideal spot for appreciating all the verdure. I don't know how to say that word. I've never seen it in my life. Verdure? Verdure. I don't know. And greenery the estate offers. Great. Cool. Moving on. Now I can draft more green rooms. Terrible foundation. Look at this. We got a hole here. Now we're playing Jenga. It's what we're now. This looks like Jenga. We have to do this. Yeah, we have to do this now. Yeah, it's my only. I'm not. Or do I redraw? Do I do this now? I don't think I should do this now. Redraw. That was so bad. No. Redraw. No. There's my upgrade. Pump room. Let's do it. Honestly, I don't even know what it cost. Water level's at 2. I'm stuck. I needed the breaker box. Okay. All right. Let's look and see. What do we got going on here? There was an instruction booklet. Oh, hang on. I have this written down. Where are my books? Where are my books? My books. Drafting strategy, library, books. I have it somewhere. I'm sorry. I know this is riveting. There we go. The design to close the control the water flow. I didn't write how to do it. All right, so now I need to know where these tanks go. All right, so I need to take the fountain reservoir down, but I can't get there yet. We have to go to the fountain kitchen. Oh, that faucet is so it can just run. If you turn it on, it just runs. Pool, aquarium, fountain. Okay, so you need room for the... You have to have somewhere for this water to go. If you have the kitchen on, I see. Then you can take 3 of these water levels and put them in the kitchen and just have the faucet running. Otherwise, you don't have a place to put them. Right? Is that what I'm getting? Let's drop the reservoir. Kitchen. R. Dedicated to the filtration and flow of water throughout the estate, houses 5 water pumps and 3 oversized tanks. The pump room can be utilized for a number of maintenance tasks, draining the pool to activate the activating the sprinkler system. Why would you activate the sprinkler system? All right, let's see what they do. What does this do? When I got that book, I was like, well, this will be easy. I just flip a couple switches. All right, what does it go down? All right, this is controlling both tanks. So I need both tanks to go up. Right? And then let's take the reservoir down. All right, so I can now get in the boat. That's what I'm thinking. I need to take the... Let's put water in the kitchen. Let's put water in the pool. Let's empty this. So take you and go down. Right? Or does it go up? Does this go down? Let's put this back where it was. Kitchen. Greenhouse. Okay, this, what I thought was going to be an easy room, is not that. So you need to go up. And you need to go up. Because this one's full. This one, it can now add more water to it. So let's take the fountain. Did I do that wrong? I probably did. Yep, I'm doing something wrong. Let's put them back to the middle. That's where they were. Yeah, I don't know. There's a combination. And as you saw in the boiler room, I'm not good at this. What I need to do... Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to go back and watch the episode. Oh, wait, hang on. Here it is. Never mind. Never mind. Give me a second. Okay. Reserve tank. That's the big one over here in the corner. Water source selection. Yeah, select the source. It comes in to pump 2. That's where I was. And make that switch. 4 units, 4 units. Yeah, I don't understand this. I could never have been any sort of mechanic or engineer person, because, yeah. I'm gonna have to go back. This is not gonna register with me today. It's just not, because I don't get it. All I know is I was successful in moving those 2, and that is good enough for me for today. Because that, if I go back down to the thing again, tomb thing, I'm hoping the reservoir is low enough, because I just had to do it a little bit to get in the boat. There is definitely a combination that is useful, though. I just don't know what that is. Let's... Yeah, you have to open that faucet. I bet you open that faucet and just runs the water out. Yep, I failed. Sorry, I thought this was going to be a really easy room, so I didn't pay much attention when I was reading the book. I was like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. It's not fine. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, moving on, I guess. That was a failure. Oh my gosh. For those of you who are mechanically inclined, I apologize for the frustration that you're feeling right now. I'm feeling great shame. Incredibly, incredibly great shame. Should we go buy another gym? Yes, we should. Anytime you have a chance to buy a gym, it told me to buy a gym. So that's what we're doing. Wait, which way are we going? All right, drawing room. Which way is it? It's the other door. Just getting over there is like an issue. Yeah, I'm so disappointed in myself at the pump room. I'm sorry. I really am. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Yes. All right, we don't. Oh my gosh. Redraw. We're in the drawing room. Redraw. There's my upgrade disc, but I don't have... Yes, I do have security right here. I need to upgrade something. I'll keep it. No, I'll keep it when it's more convenient. I don't have the breaker box. I just spent all my coins. Whatever. Let's see what this is about. Let's see what this is about. So whenever I am prepared next time I come in here. Special lot. Okay. So this is just literally a simple room that has simple things, and you just buy things for lots of coins. I could have used this yesterday. I don't... There's really nothing to this room except for... Yeah, okay. All right, well, the peace of mind is worth it for me. Honestly, I'm tired of looking at this room. Okay. What do we got left? I ruined this whole episode. I should have messed with the pool since it's right here, but I didn't. I should have drained it to see if there's something on the ground. Okay, where is the thing? There's a key right there. What a great hiding place for that. All right, what do we got? We're going left and we're going north. That's north. This is to the left. There's my closet. My God. Fine. Whatever. I feel like I'm just... Everything is not going... Everything is just a little bit off today. Gym off. Darkroom on. Garage on. Whatever. This time it was much easier. Purple. There. Oh my gosh. Like everything is like one room off. I needed that 2 rooms ago. I needed the commissary 2 rooms before the other one. I needed the key thing. It's just, everything is just a little bit off. And now I'm to 1 key remaining here. Courtyard. Dark room. I just turned it off. I have a magnifying glass though, don't I? Yes. Yes. Dark room. Yes, 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 yes. Boom. Let's go back over here, turn it back on, and then finally look at these pictures. Let's look at these pictures. Come here. Come here. Where's that one that I was talking about yesterday? I was like, I guarantee. Here we go. Come here, magnifying glass. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, maybe not. Okay, 1 down. All right, Herbert, is there a gate code or a safe code in your mustache? Here, I'm just gonna go side to side. Mustache. I'm very disappointed so far. Is that one of the red letters? Does that look like an envelope? Right in the middle of the magnifying glass. Right there. Does that look like an envelope to you? It does to me. Now I want to go to the other one that zoomed in, of him. Or is that just like the corner of the room? What do you got going on over here, Herbert? What are you showing me? You're showing me something here. This is intentional. You're in the bathtub. You're in the bathroom. This is the lavatory. Is there an envelope in the lavatory? Is that what you're telling me? Is it right there? Because that's the tub. So in this corner, all right, next time we eat the lavatory, I need to look in that corner right next to the tub. I could be completely wrong, or I'm a genius. One of the two. Come here, let me see what's on this. There it is. Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. Now I have to find Hartley's room. And you're laughing about it. What's so funny, buddy? That it took me this long to find this? Is that what's so funny? Anything else here? This is in the dining room. The look on his face is what puzzles me. This guy's laughing, having a good time, and he's like, hey, the green memos are false. All right. Green memos, Hartley's room, false. Now... Is that Hartley's room back there? Is that what that is? Question mark? All right, I'll get this. Fine. Thank you. Yes, got it. All right, this, please, with my magnifying glass. What does it say? 11:28. 11:28. I knew it was going to be something. 11:28. Can we go open the gate? I want to go outside right now. We have 8 steps left. We're not going to make it. Dang it. We're starting out next episode. And we're not going to the outer room. We're going to that gate right there. And we're going to type in 11:28. That's what we're doing. You could count on that. Who is this pretty lady? Is this her ladyship? I don't know. Oh, wait. Let's look at this note. We have the magnifying glass. Herbert S. Sinclair. All right. Let's see. What do we got over here? Oh my gosh, so many pictures. All right, Mom. What are you hiding in here? I know you're hiding something. What are we hiding in this photo? I need to know what you're reading. There's the open drawer. Sitting in the office. Nothing. All right, so far all we've learned in here is about Hartley and her green memos. All right, ladies. This one's very blurry. I assume we should be looking at the clear one and not the blurry one. Because there are 2 versions of this. Yes. This one. You're giving me nothing here, Herbert. Nothing at all, Herbert. All right, we found 2 clues in this room. It's the same picture. I don't think I need to look at this again, but we're gonna just really fast go through here in case something jumps out at me. But that picture being in here 3 times raises a question for me. All right, this is paint and pint. We're in the letter A room. We've done both of those. This is the tree again. If it's 11:28, that means it was a date. I just had the date wrong. The ones I was trying. I tried like 1961 or something. Okay. 2 rooms, or 2 ways. We know that one's unlocked. We just turned them off. So let's check this one. That one is locked. We got 1 way to go. I need to push that. Dead end, turn left. Well, we might as well just use this today. Or we have a redraw. I was gonna say we could use this, get rid of the terrible thing that it's got. The day 12 is like more dead ends or something, and we're already way up here anyways. Yeah, the next observatory day is a bad day, so let's just use it and get rid of it. Because I mean, there's the bell. Yeah, day 12. Let's go ahead and use this. I think it's like more dead ends or something. Yeah, dead end rooms are more common. There we go. So we just get rid of that now so we don't have to worry about it anymore. Come on, green room. Okay. Every day, I'm all about, let's just keep going, keep going, keep going. I need to know about this room, and I need to know about this room. This one, he just showed me there was a red envelope in this room. But just showed me in the dark room. This one is brand new, and this one is brand new. But this one is in the aquarium. If you remember, this is in the aquarium. So I've never drafted these two, but I want to look in this one. This is obviously the end of the day. This is the end of the day, but it teaches me something. This keeps me going, but teaches me something. But these two are very I've showed up in more than one place. This was in the aquarium. Why? Why is this in the aquarium? It did tell me there was a red herring in the aquarium. Red herrings solve mysteries. There's a chance I solve everything right here. A very minute chance. 0.0000001%, but it is a chance regardless. This, I don't think there's a red envelope, but that picture in the dark room just told me that there was. Or do I keep going? Such a tough choice. I have a redraw also. This is going to screw me up at some point. Let's just drop this one. It's these two. I don't know. Yes. Yes. Question mark. What is in here? Can I open these? Okay, these all have keys. How many keys do you... Oh, that's why there's spread keys throughout the house. So you can come in here and just open up a bunch of lockers. Are all of them gonna... How many are... you thought the Great Hall had a lot of keys. All right, so you need a bunch of keys for the locker room. Bat. Boat. This is an O. This is an O. Okay, I got it. Rank 8. This is O-U-N-T. So this over here is C. So this says count small gates. I think it's gates. 8 dates, cracks, 8 safes. Everything rhymes with the number 8. All right, so I need lots of keys for here. I have 0. So good thing I chose this room. There's my coin and it's beeping at me. Okay. So this is a room of keys. You need 74,000 keys to go through this room, it looks like. Is there anything else? There are ducts in here. Remember it said there were like air ducts or something for some room somewhere. Boiler room, I don't know. Next room. I'm not doing the billiard room. We're redrawing. You know what? This is the... No, I only have one. There it is. I ended up with both of them. I had that big, giant decision, and I ended up with both of them. For once, the game actually helped me out. The game felt sorry for me for what's been happening the rest of the day. The pump room failure and Everything else. All right, this is a crate. Maybe? No. Chart. What is that? It's a cart, a box of some sort, a box, crate. Where am I? It's supposed to be C. So it's crate and rate, R-A-T-E, and crate maybe because the rate is going up. That's what I'm. Either way, this room's a C. Moving on. There's some bleach in big letters. We're supposed to be able to launder money in here, is what the thing said. Spin cycle, wash and dry, fluff and fold. You spin. Wait, this service costs 5. We'll exchange all of your gems with all of your at a 1-to-1. Why are these the same? Oh, keys. I'm sorry. And this is 10, and we'll exchange all your keys with all your. Interesting. Interesting. I'd never have enough money for any of those things, or keys, or gems. So maybe this was a bad room. Maybe this was not a good room. Where there's no red herring in here. No, there's not. We got hangers. Unless it's this blanket, these blankets. Or is this the red herring? The yellow blankets? Are these the flags that have the logos on them that I found out in grade 1? We have clothes in here. There's nothing in here. This wasn't it. This was not the red herring. Nope. Total failure. All right, what do we do? 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're done. Yeah, I can't go anywhere else. Sleeping mask, compass, shovel, magnifying. Anything else the magnifying glass can use? Can go through? Observatory, I already did that. Locker room, no. None of these rooms have magnifying glass things. They don't. Battery pack, shovel. Yeah. Oh, wait. Can we get to the foundation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We cannot get to the foundation. Well, that was a failure. That was terrible. Oh my gosh. What a day. I mean, we learned some stuff, I guess. I finally did the terrace first so I can get more green rooms. That didn't work. I ended up with 3 yellow rooms instead. I'm sorry. I finally got the pump room and screwed it up, y'all. I'm sorry. That was the failure of the day right there at the pump room. I've been waiting for it for so long. Got it. Screwed it up. I mean, that's kind of the story of this series, isn't it? Wait for something. Finally get it. Screw it up. Tune in tomorrow for the 20th day of all of this.